trying to get this box ready for the blueberry farm. I decided to put my soup, because they're not going to be very happy. It's kind of cloudy on the cooler side. Plus, I decided to put some syrup on that other end of the yard for them to clean it up before it goes bad, and that gets them all upset. This is what happens to a lid when you got too much space. Like I had this shim, but since now there's a lot of pollen and a little bit of nectar flow in the wild, they're building more wax. The nurse bees are building more wax. I don't know if you can see me. And they got to put it somewhere. Plus, right now they're in a one box configuration. So I'm adding a second box. See how they're coming after me? If I had that pocket veil, they would have stung through it. Alrighty, let's get her done. Another reason why there's a lot of feisty bees today is because when it's cloudy and cool like this, the foragers don't necessarily all leave. They kind of stay here at the colony until it warms up, or if the sun comes out. And those are the more moodier bees. Ugh. See all that honey? Well, at this stage of the of the year, it's actually a little honey, a little nectar, and the syrup that I was feeding them. But when they get to the blueberry farm, they're not going to have anything, so they're going to have to bring everything, nothing but real nectar and honey. I only do that to build them up. In the early spring, a few weeks ago, this is about the time I removed the feeders. Unless it's a weak colony and they're doing bad. See, these are these protruding cells are actually drones. So I'm hoping that she's not getting ready to swarm, because that may be an indicator. Not always, but because they need drones. That's an automatic every spring. But if they build a lot of drone and it's very compact and overcrowded like it is now, then yeah, she will swarm. Oh yeah, they're right around my veil. They want to kill me. So basically what I do, so all these bees will equalize between the two boxes. I bring brood frames from the bottom to the top box, and the bees will be very motivated to move up, and they will equalize. Then what I do, I center everything towards the middle like this. Get them off my face. Ugh. This is hard on my back, so I'm gonna get on my knees. When they get really upset like this, they release, even the smoke is not working. They release a pheromone, which is an alarm pheromone, and it smells like bananas. It literally smells like bananas. It's amazing how nature uses, at least it smells like a banana to humans. I don't know what it smells like to them. 2, 4, 6, 7. So I need one more. Number 8. All right, so that's done. I didn't bother to see the queen. There's definitely evidence that she's there. Lots of larvae, bees, and eggs. This is pollen. This is pollen supplement. It's not a substitute, it's a supplement. Since they're going to North Carolina, and I won't be back for another 2 weeks. If there's rain or cold, they don't forage in weather below 40. And I want them to have something to eat. If that happens, now I put this one back on top. I want to get a different frame. I can use this here. Well, I guess I can put that one here. There's going to be more flow, more of a flow up north with the blueberries. And when there's that much flow, the nurse bees are producing a lot of wax, bringing in a lot of honey. So all that wax, they can build that one that's incomplete. I just don't want to load them up with incomplete frames, because if I do that, then they will use up all the nectar that's supposed to be honey just to make wax. And those 20 colonies I take up there, I depend to get honey from them, so I don't want to do that. I could use colonies in my own yard here to do that. Now I shake these girls on here. And I can melt this wax or use it for something else. I may get a, I don't want it to build that crazy comb again, so I may get a more shallow shim. I'll be right back. So here's a brick of sugar. Got a more shallow shim with ventilation holes in front. So I'll place that here somewhere. Oh, they'll finish that in about 2 weeks, maybe less. And then line that up. Actually, I may just give them half of that. Save the other piece. Alrighty then. So, summarize, I got the 2 brood frames right in the middle. Then the bottom, I squeezed everything to the middle. Empty frames, or drawn frames, empty frames on the sides. Same thing up here. And now the bees will equalize between bottom and top, and they will maintain heat until those until those bees emerge from those packs. Isn't that pretty? This is brand new 2022 wax, honeybee wax comb that was on that lid. And there's one of the girls now. She does not want to give that up. They see they started to put some nectar in there. There's another one I can show you. You can actually see it. This one you can see the golden color of the honey. And what they'll do, when they hit the blueberry farm, it's just going to be crazy. They fill these up. That's why I have to return in 2 weeks, because they're packing so much honey up there that first couple years I started going, I didn't go. I didn't return after I dropped them off. A week or 2 later, I just went and picked them up 5-6 weeks later, and a lot of my colonies have swarmed. And when they swarm, they take 70%, anywhere from 50 to 70% of the bees and the honey. And we're not going to have that this year. So I'll have to return in 2 weeks and add another box. A honey super, I guess. And then what I'll probably do, I'll put a queen excluder. Yeah, there's a lot of work in trying to get some honey. That's a queen excluder. This is a metal queen excluder. So in 2 weeks when I return, I will get as many I can get. I got plastic ones too. And what I'll do, I'll remove this top box, put the queen excluder between them. And so now all the bees that are in there and all the babies and larvae and eggs that are up on top eventually will mature and emerge. And then they'll start backfilling all these frames with honey. And then I'll add another box on top, which is a medium size, which is probably a third of the depth. So it's not going to be up this high. If I was going to keep my bees out there longer than 5 weeks, then I would have added another large box. But since I'm bringing them back home, that's extra weight. I'll just put the smaller box on and put this queen excluder, let them build honey all the way to the top. And then I can bring them here, back home to Myrtle Beach, a country town called Aner. I drop them off over there, and that's where they finish capping the honey. I can add more boxes, because that's where they're going to remain for the rest of the year. So, this is what the lid looks like after I remove the comb. Now, I'm going to swap lids because this lid alone weighs about 10 pounds. It's ridiculously heavy. It's 3/4 whatever press wood, but moisture got inside and it's added a lot of weight. So I'm going to get a nice wood, lightweight wood lid. Don't get mad. Get glad. You guys are done. You guys are done. I know you're pissed. I can hear you and smell you. You're pissed. Now I button them up and crawling up my legs. They don't even have honey in here yet, and this box weighs about 50 pounds. That's just nuts how heavy. And it's going to get heavier than that. That's why I'm not doing any lifting. I put straps on them. I put a dolly here and slide onto the dolly, and then I got my truck with a Harbor Freight crane on it, and these straps can hold anywhere from 300 to 500 pounds. So I put the hook on it from the crane, lift the bees on the truck, or if I'm going to put it on the trailer, I could use the crane and get close over there where the trailer is and lift this up into the trailer. So first couple years we didn't have a crane, we didn't have a dolly, we didn't have a trailer. So the first year, someone would help me out there, carry them onto, well, here we had to load them up. I had help loading them up on the truck by hand. Threw my back out so many times doing that. And then on location, it was also yeah, on location it was crazy. I didn't have a dolly, and plus it's very rough terrain, rocks, sand, and so, but luckily I could bring my pickup truck right up to the pond, and then from the pickup truck just put pallets right there and drop them off. But we still had to do this, me on one side and my roommate on the other side. And oh my God, and most of it was at night. So it took me about 3 years to learn from experience what would be best, what's better. What would be better for saving the back, and also strategically how to stack them. So this year once they get on that trailer, 15 of them will stay on that trailer. I'm not taking them off on location. They're staying there for the whole 5 weeks. And I already got 12 on there before I added the second box. So today I'm adding the second box on the trailer, which is a piece of cake. I just had these. I'm just trying to save some time. These last remaining colonies that are still out here, I'm adding the second box now, because once I'm done, I'm gonna go and take a nap, because tomorrow morning I'm getting up super early, and I want to get there early so they can orientate themselves, find the blueberries in the water, and get to work before it gets cold. It's going to be 64 degrees tomorrow during the day, but then at night it's going to go down to 24. So they need, that's why I got a little food there, because for the next 2 days it's going to be cool. So tomorrow will be good. Tomorrow night cold, following day cool, following night cold, and then the third day they'll be back up to the 70s. So 2 days they're going to be probably like they are today, kind of moping around here at home, buzzing my head. So this one's done and ready. I'll load them up tonight, block the entrance with this sponge. Then, yep, ready. And I don't know if you can see the entrance. They're pretty pissy. Well, all the ones you see right now at the entrance are foragers and guard bees. Stay-at-home guard bees, but foragers. And since the foragers are mostly home today because of cool weather, they decided to do that. They're mad. So now I got to do the green box, and then I'm done, I believe. Let's see, 12. No, I got to get the green box and 2 more, so I got to do 3 more altogether. Then I'm done. And it is, I think it's about noontime. All right, so I will film that one, or any other projects or configurations that I'll be doing today. Logging off.